drawing new music into the church. I guess that's along the lines of some of the language as well that we use.
Yeah, you know, deep down I'm also a traditionalist. I love a great organ.
Sure.
And I love Bach chorales, and I love Beethoven's Ninth, and I love a lot of things that you really have to have big instruments. They just don't happen to be the milieu in which our newer generation thinks about. I'm revealing my age when I say that.
Sure.
And they're also very expensive. The overhead on a church is tremendous.
Yeah.
And anybody's trying to build a church would know that.
Sure.
I mean, by the time you get a room that's basically used once a week for an hour,
Yeah.
and you put an organ in it that requires higher maintenance,
Yeah.
the overhead, someone said the gospel is free, but it costs an awful lot to pipe it to you. And what we've done is surround the gospel with some terribly expensive traditions, and they're pretty irrelevant traditions to the generation that you look to meet today.
Right, yeah. Is that a fair statement to say that we tend to be literalists in our thinking these days?
I don't know that we're any more literal than people in other generations were.
Okay.
But I think the reality is that that we don't recognize that all words are symbols. There's no such thing as an objective word. We can't translate concepts from one language to another in any objective way, or our subjectivities come out all over the place. Language is a very peculiar human institution. We can't capture God in human language, and I think we need to face that. So, and when we do, we become immediately idolaters. That's why the creeds can never be final. That's why the scriptures should never have been closed. That's why doctrines and dogmas are to be constantly re-evaluated. Of course, they also, on the other side, doctrines and dogmas and creeds and that sort of thing have become part of the security system of the religious voices of yesterday. So you begin to tinker with that, and you make those people quite insecure. And there's no guarantee that you're going to reach the younger people anyway, because so many of them have turned off this enterprise that we're about. And so you're asked to give up what you have with no guarantee that it's going to attract what you don't have. That's a pretty tough bet for a lot of clergy to do, and I think that's one of the reasons that clergy sort of give up being courageous and stick to the status quo, because that at least keeps what they have.
Right.
They lose through attrition, but they don't lose through getting angry and leaving. And as soon as you begin to tamper with the security systems of people, they get angry and they will leave. And so it's always trying to keep your commitment to truth balanced with the necessity of keeping the members of the institution with you. And it's tough thing. Clergy have a tough time. I admire them.
Yeah.